Hey guys, so as you can see, we're getting into the last game. Oh, and we've actually got an invade. So we've got Rengars College here on the red side, and we've got Marryatville High School on the blue side. And they're playing a bit of yin-yang at the moment, so that's where one team goes this way, other team comes the other way, and you do a bit of a yin-yang, swapping people over. So I don't know if... Well, I don't think they've got any view of red team yet, because the Cali over there... Oh, they might have got view there, I'm not sure. But yeah, so we've got really interesting team comps. So as we know, the meta's a little bit screwed up at the moment as we go for the engage. So I might not talk about the meta at the moment, but yeah, picking up the Yi there really nicely. Got to make sure they focus on the one person. So should have focused the Yi, now should all be focusing the Shen. So if the Mundo focused the Shen there and got his cleaver on the Shen, you would have been really good. So need to make sure we focus on that. And making sure we're focusing just one target, okay? So, yeah, if they focus that. So you see here as well, the Vayne doing a really silly thing and walking the wrong way. So I think, yeah, so maybe even as a Mordecai, so would have gone for a flash play there, just to get that first blood, to get yourself really like, extending your lead. But yeah, doing the right thing there as Vayne, so going for the execution, which is fine. But yeah, like I was talking about, so we've got Vlad, Mordekaiser, Warwick, Blitz, and Mundo. So that is the Rengars College team at the moment, and that's a really good team comp. So as we know, because this is tournament play, it's running from 2 weeks late. So it's running from last patch, and in last patch, Vlad, Mordekaiser, and Mundo were really ridiculously strong. So you'll see that Vlad's a really oppressive lane, and with the Mordekaiser and Blitzcrank bot lane, it's going to be a really oppressive lane also. So the only really thing they've got as a saving grace, I think, is the Shen, who can ult the Vayne or the Yi. So that's their only saving grace, but also though, actually, so in terms of oppressive lanes, I mean, you've got Darius against the Mundo. So now the Mundo should get absolutely destroyed in this matchup. So yeah, so just because he's gone Conquerors, Darius, I mean, if he went Ghost, it'd be even better, but he hasn't, but that's fine. But yeah, just because he's going to be able to go through all of his damage. So, as I was talking about, so with this top lane though, so I don't actually know who's going to win. So this is a really great recording for me because, unfortunately, I couldn't attend the games that the kids played last night, so we didn't play at school, and so that's why in this game there might be a lack of communication and team play because they all had to play on their home PCs and kind of play from that. So yeah, really interesting for me to watch. So I do have the times here, which gives me a little bit of an indication of how it all goes and stuff. But yeah, it's really going to be interesting for me because it's going to be the first game in the HSEL tournament that I haven't actually been in the room for them to witness. It's also the first time they haven't been in the same room to have the really good communication stuff going on. Actually, as you can see here as well with this Vlad, so I was talking about him being a really oppressive laner and stuff, and so denying CS, so 18-8 at 3 minutes and 45 seconds in, so he's doing a really good job. So as we know though as well, it is range versus melee, so he should win this matchup early on, but the problem is that Callie's going to face is there's not going to be a single point in this patch, in this meta, that she's going to be ahead of a Vlad in this game. She should never be able to kill this Vlad. He should out-damage and out-sustain her the entire time. So it'll be really interesting, and you can see there that Warwick's been pushed off his red by the Yi, and like I said about that communication stuff, so you can see here the Vlad hasn't moved. The Mundo was really good. He's paid attention, he came down here, he's put a ward in there, but he's lost the red, but yeah, so he made a really good decision, so that's really good by him to be map aware and go for that look down. But yeah, really bad by the Vlad, so it's like he's got his blinders on, so he can't see what's happening outside of his lane, and you've got to make sure every couple of seconds checking that mini-map, moving your head, double checking what's going on. So yeah, that's important as well. So you can see here as well, good job by the Mordekaiser and Blitzcrank lane. So that's a really dangerous lane for both the Shen and the Vayne. So if Blitzcrank hooks either of them, that's a dead champ there. So if you saw that as well, she rolled into those minions there, so that was a perfect opportunity for a Blitzcrank hook. I'm not sure if it was up, but then he goes for a really bad hook when most of the minions had died. So he was better off maybe coming in this bush, Mordekaiser being by himself, and then going for a hook afterwards. Really important to think about that because it does have quite a long cooldown, Blitzcrank hook, so you need to make sure you're using it effectively. Also, as we know, last patch, double relic shield is a really good way to get both people gold. So as you can see, they're taking full advantage of that and doing a really good job. So Jimmy Rakan here actually making quite a good pick into these guys because as we know, Vayne starts off really weak, and because of the ADCs getting absolutely ruined in this patch that we're on, there's no coming back. So like we said before, so we're a patch behind, so ADCs are still really, really bad. Everything else is still good, but next week, I think, or the week after, all the ADC changes will be into the tournament, and that's when you can start playing your traditional bot lanes again. And that's actually one of the reasons I haven't been playing League very much at the moment, because I'm an ADC player, and ADCs have been in a really bad place at the moment. So yeah, so now what we're going to do, we're going to skip through this first kill. It's always interesting to see the first blood, and I'm guessing, yeah, so it happens top lane. So it's Darius gets a kill on Mundo. It's going to be interesting to see how that happens. So he's doing the right thing here. Darius goes back, so Mundo starts pushing it. That's a really good idea. But now, as you can see, Mundo hasn't gone back. 55 farm to 52. Mundo should leave. He's just walking. He's walking up. So this is really dangerous because he's got an item in mind. So he's got a phage. So he's got an attack speed. So he just killed those minions. So you can see the attack speed debuff on him. And they're just so much damage. And then, yeah, from the ult and wasted flash by the Mundo as well. So, got to make sure you're really cautious of that. So item advantage and level advantage as well as minion advantage. So you can see there they had quite a few more caster minions than Mundo had. So got to make sure you're really careful of that. Now I'm a little bit disappointed because Warwick. So Warwick's lucky enough to have gotten a game on this team from the Year 11 team who had a forfeit, but yet not doing anything. So having a few more wins in this tournament than the Year 9 team that he's playing on, you'd think he'd be showing him how to add a little bit more pressure and stuff in the lane, get some of those early ganks in, but he's not really, especially with this Darius fully pushed up. I realise he's got a kill and you don't want to get him fed, but hey, he didn't have a kill 2 seconds ago, so maybe coming up, getting some ganks would be a good idea. Getting this Vlad ahead because he's really, really strong at the moment. Those are all things you need to be thinking about. So now we're gonna skip to the first dragon. So if we go to this dragon, Yi here trying to do the dragon, doing the right thing though, because his bot lane, as you can see, is just pushed up. So Blitzcrank going to be able to look for some hooks under tower, but as you can see as well though, Yi not a good champion at level 7 to be doing dragon. See, he's just taking so much damage, and taking a long time to do it too. If he was going to do this, probably he'd have to W and do it. But yeah, really good play there by Bobtron as well, the Warwick, because if he did anything else to that Yi, he'd keep using his W and healing up. But due to, or is that his E? I think it's his E, and healing up. But yeah, because he actually ulted him, that suppresses him and actually cancels that heal, and so that's why he can kill him really easily. So yeah, and you see there a little bit of saltiness coming out by the Master as well, which is nice to see, a little bit of banter going on, but nothing too offensive. So good pickup. Also a pickup on the Vayne as well, which is really nice. So I'm presuming that it was a pickup under tower, so we might actually go back and we'll just quickly watch that. So yeah, Vayne here. Oh, that's a really dangerous Shen play. Bit of minion block. Look at that Shen though. Bit of minion block there. That was really interesting. Send that one to Riot. But yeah, like I said, a big pickup under tower there. Really nice pickup, and that's really good. Let's go through the first tower. That'll be good to see. So you can see here, bot lane's doing a really good job pushing up. Mundo's getting some nice deep wards down, which is good, covering himself and stuff like that. So overall, going really well. Got some really good farm going on. Might move these around a little bit so we're a little bit more set up. But you can see here as well that Mundo's falling a little bit behind. So he's got his Black Cleaver now. So Conqueror into Black Cleaver is going to be a really, really devastating combination, as you can see. So what we need to do, so another nice pickup by these guys. So Warwick coming down. We'll go back to it because that was it'd be really cool to see. So you've got here these guys pushing up a little bit, not even in an ideal place to gank, but there we go. So Warwick getting a good ultimate off there. Shen missing his taunt, easy pickup. You can see there as well. Look at that massive shield that the Mordekaiser had. He could have kept going under tower there and tanked about 8 more tower shots and killed this Shen. So with all of them there, got to make sure you take full advantage because make it a lot easier to take this tower. But I mean, as you can see here as well, so the Shen, maybe he's not too good at his macro play because he definitely shouldn't be leaving right now. He should have stayed under that tower, try to thin out these minions a little bit, because he does have some really good tank stats. So I realise he might die, but you'd presume that he'd be able to thin those minions out a little bit, and then back out. So yeah, really, really poor mistake with him leaving. But yeah, these guys, with an ADC as your ghost, it's really easy to then push lanes, catch up, take towers. So that's really good. So you can see here, Yi coming up top lane for a gank. Oh, it's on a little bit less than a third health. Having to blow flash Mundo, and then should have just ran. So if he just ran then, it would have been fine because there was no way he was going to survive with the Yi having his reset with his Q. So they're going to get an easy tower there as well. So tower for tower, not too bad. Rengars college team having still a bit of a lead at the moment, which is nice anyway. What we might do, we might move through. There is a bit of a team fight actually, so we might move through to the team fight. So converging on the Yi there, so good ward there, and I think that's actually the Mundo's ward, so that's a really good ward to have there. Getting baited in there, the Shen, so getting baited into a 2v1, then Akali doing a good whatever. Warwick should either hit, he should either hit the plant or just left then, so the Akali didn't get an easy kill. But yeah, so Vlad's going to get an easy kill as well, having to blow flash though, so Shen hitting over the wall there, and so now it's a 3v3 again. Now it's a 2v3, and that squishy Yi just getting absolutely blown up there by that Vlad. So you can see that Vlad damage now. Staying right next to the Darius there is important. And he managed to flash out, but then the Vayne's in a really poor position. So that's part of not having ADCs in the current meta, is the fact that they're really, really squishy. And I think she attacked move then, so she attacked that minion and getting taken down because she stopped to attack it. So that's really, really bad from her there. Need to make sure just running, knowing when to attack move and when not to attack move. So coming up here as well, so getting the Rift Herald, which is really good from them. What we might actually do, we might skip some of this because quite a bit that happens. No, it's probably important to see, I think. So these guys now they've got Rift Herald, they can move all the way up the top here, and then looking to make a really good play up here and get this tower. And you see Darius all the way back here doesn't. Oh, he's got TP up, but he's not using it for some reason. I think because he's so fed and people generally are quite scared of Darius, if he TP'd then, oh no, he's TPing, they'd be quite worried about it. So as you can see, they're backing off straight away, which is really interesting when you've got a Rift Herald. So I would have been right up here saying, come on, attack me, because you knew that Rift Herald's going to kill that in 2 seconds. You see here Darius having to move back, everyone else being able to move up, blue team getting a dragon, but Mundo just down here sitting in no man's land, really needs to think about his positioning, because now he's going to have to walk up here and try to escape, but I think he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, so as you can see, getting caught, even turning around for some reason. I don't know why I wouldn't just keep walking, and that allowed Vayne to get an assist, so you're better off just giving it to the Yi, not giving it to the Vayne as well. That's really important. So you can see there, it's a nice little pick up for them, but not too much compared to a tower. So but I still think they could have got 2 towers, because you know they're down here taking the dragon, you think, oh, I've got heaps of pressure up top lane. You should have kept pushing up there and maybe got a second tower as well and possibly killed the Darius. So moving to a little bit of team fight stage in the middle now. Rengars College doing a good job at the moment, trying to keep together and stuff. It's going to be a little bit tougher for them this week without that communication aspect of it that they rely on, but not going too bad at the moment. Scores all looking pretty nice for both sides as well, except for maybe the Mundo who's 0-4, but he just needs to think about when to go in, when to leave, and stuff like that a little bit. It's not too detrimental at the moment. So as you can see here, Yi a little bit overextended, but Yi getting a pick up on the Warwick, but then getting a pick up for the AP carry as Mordekaiser. And now Shen's 100% dead here because he's going really long range. If he walked nice and close, he probably would have picked up by the Blitzcrank, but he's definitely going to die. Now, I definitely, if I was that Mundo as Francis, I definitely would have given that kill to either the Vlad or the Mordekaiser. They're your carries this game, so you need to make sure you're really thinking about that. I do realise, I mean, all it was, he had to turn his W off and walk away. So you've got to make sure, if you're already behind 0-4 and you're building full tank, give it to your carries and make sure they're getting further ahead so you can have an easy win. That's really important. So we've got another tower coming up here as well. So you can see down here, oh, hang on. So Darius engaging on that Mundo, who's building full tanks. I don't know why he'd engage on him. And then getting picked up. Where that Vladimir damage is humongous. Oh, okay. So no, Mundo walked straight into him. And then Darius, yep. So getting pulled in, stuff like. Wait until you see he goes from a quarter health, and then Vladimir's W goes off and he's dead. So that's crazy. That's really, really good damage there and a good pick up. So maybe running it down mid now, getting this mid tower would be really good. And because because Darius went for that play and baited a Kalian as well, Mordekaiser actually gets to live. So he made a really dangerous play down here, sitting down here, and they had Vayne and Yi coming to kill him. But you've got to think, if you're a carry, like you got to consider yourself an AD carry, and you need to be thinking about how you need that protection. So you shouldn't be sitting down there by yourself. That's really, really important. So you see there, good tower pickup. We do have a Baron coming up soon though, and it looks like it's for the blue team. So as we know, in this patch that there was before, Baron was really, really easy to take, and I think it still is. You can see here, these guys started, and it's really not going to take very long for him to get not a fantastic use of the Scrying Orb by Warwick, so I think he actually missed them. So he's going mid instead at the moment, but if he used it properly over the Baron, that would have given him a view of these guys starting, and they're actually melting it really hard. And but that is a perfect Vlad ult scenario right there. So use it, use ult. Did he have ult? No, he didn't have ult. Okay. Alright, I was about to say, because they had 4 people grouped up right there. Going on the wrong side maybe a little bit too, so maybe if I was playing Vladimir, moving over, walking down this way towards your team would have been a lot better as well. So, but a good pick up there, so that's technically a 2-for-1, so that was well played anyway. But I tell you what, if Vlad had ult, that would have been amazing. 4 people grouped up right there on Baron, that would have been awesome. So, but you have a look at the team comp here as well, so they do have Darius as a ghost. So Mordekaiser though, walking back there for some reason, be a bit more confident, come down here to this where they can tank it, so you could be getting your ghost to tank that turret and get an easy turret. That's what you should be doing, and that way you could get this turret. I mean, Akali's not interested in moving. She's coming down here to that one, so you could get this one, and then Shen at that time was the only one up, so you could be killing him and getting this turret as well. So you've got to make sure you're thinking about that, prioritising what you're going to go for, because Akali, no matter what, was going to get this turret. There was no if, buts, or maybes about that. So you got to make sure you're prioritising those macro plays and thinking about where you're going. So and macro plays win games. So got to think about that. So these guys got a good easy turret just there. Using up. So you've killed the Darius Ghost really quickly anyway. So you should have used it on that turret and got more for your play. So it's all about min-maxing your time and the damage that you have. So now we're going to skip through. So blue team get another easy dragon over here while these guys are all pushed up, which is fair enough. So not much you can do about that except for maybe go for a hard engage, because these guys, red team actually doesn't realise how far they're ahead. So I mean, 3,000 gold, sorry, doesn't sound like very much, but it is quite a bit, especially when it's on your carry. So Vlad's 5-2, Mordekaiser's 407, 200 farm, as opposed to a 251 Vayne. You could absolutely destroy him. And then I'd just be looking at this Darius's build. I'd be thinking, oh, hang on. If I'm playing Mordekaiser, I hold that Darius, I'm going to have an absolute beast ghost with me, because I'm going to shred him. He's got no magic resist. He's got no tank stats except for his Sterix Gauge. So that's really important. Interesting buy of the Banshee's Veil by Mordekaiser as well. I would, honestly, if I was him, I'd just be going damage and maybe going for something that's going to shred that Shen and the Darius. But that's just me, so I'd be going the Ludens, because just remember, you're an AP carry. So I do like the Hex Proto Belt, I do like the Rylai's, maybe even going for a Leandra's Torment. Oh, failed flash there by the Shen, that's painful. And that hurt. So the Goon Squad coming through there, getting a good pickup. You can see here though as well, so you've got your Darius and your Yi coming down, but they're very split at the moment. So if these guys engage, they're going to get messed up by the team. These guys are split as well. It's really important though, hopefully these guys turn. They're going to turn? No. So you could have turned on those 2 people, got an easy kill. Mundo got it with an early, oh no, good ultimate, that was good ult. Sorry, but an early flash. So yeah, getting a good kill on the Darius there. Got to look at who the Mordekaiser has his ultimate on as well. So yeah, getting picked up really badly here. So Mordekaiser's getting caught out, not treating himself like a AD carry and being way too close. So if we have a look at the Mordekaiser's positioning that fight, he's back here with the Yi just on him. So got to make sure there's some protection for that. Treating him like an AP carry is really, really important. So getting caught out quite badly there. So as well as, it's one of the things about playing a champion like Blitzcrank, just that he's an engaging champion. They were able to just ignore him there. So they just ignored him and went after all the carries. So they went after your Vladimir, they went after your... Well, Mundo's pretty squishy at the moment, so they went after Mundo as well. So that was really good. But, I mean, decent play by Mundo, but still popping Flash a little bit early instead of just popping his ultimate. So got to make sure to pop that ultimate before you pop your Flash. That's really important. And these guys, as I can see here, are going to get a free inhibitor out of this. And pushing up there, as well as pushed up here as well. It's whether they do get this inhibitor, send someone top lane that can get it, so send Yi top lane, and then send the two other ones bot lane, but being careful not to overstay, obviously. So 15-17 now, so big comeback by Marryatville High School, which is really good to see. It's really good to see that there are some comebacks in this tournament, because at the moment all we've been really seeing is stomps either way. So it's really good to see this kind of back and forth happening. So what we're going to do, there's a bit of no play going on in the middle there. So you can see here, blue team going to have Baron control, so they're warded up with some nice Baron control. Red team have a nice ward on that as well. None of the Marryatville team have a control ward though, so you really need to control ward that Baron, or else you really risk losing it. So you can see here though, as well, if you're having a look at the team's builds as well, so we're getting some really tanky stats happening on the Rengars East College team, which is going to be hard for the other team to get through. But starting the Baron here, absolutely melting. Good. Oh, is he going to go for it? Oh, that was a really close call there. Really good attempt of a hook, but they just need to turn around and kill this Yi now straight away. Kill the Yi, kill the Yi, kill the Yi. Whew. So now we've got Vlad that really needs to kill the Vayne, which was good. But yeah, so need to make sure you're really securing those Barons. So why was the team not over here? We had people all spread out. We only had the Warwick and the Blitzcrank in this area ready to jump over. So that might have been a good time to engage and get some of that Vlad AoE damage down. Because as we saw over here, he did have ult up. So that's important as well. And they get a free dragon out of that, as well as a couple of kills. But if we skip now to... This is a really long game, actually, I'm just realising. 37 minutes. This is the longest game I think we've had, and probably the most even game I think we've had as well. Those are here. Mordekaiser going down by himself, going to get some free farm. Needing to be really careful, though. It is watered up, but I'll probably be replacing that water as I walk past, so you don't get picked off. You see here, these guys. So as you can see here, so everyone's around but the Mordekaiser, which is a really poor call. So you need to make sure he should be over here with them, because they could get picked the moment. 3v5 is really not good odds. So also Warwick up here as well. I mean, they do have it watered, so they know when they're doing it. So they know they're starting it now. So the Warwick's coming down, Mordekaiser's coming over, but it's way too late for such an easy objective to get now, like Baron. It's really bad. So good Warwick ultimate there, picking out the Vayne, so she's not going to have any input on this fight. And then having easy pickups as well, like where was he? Oh, there. So the Shen going really deep as well. Oh no, that was the Akali. So she was really deep as well. So up the front here, and then yeah, getting some really good pickups by the Rengars East College team. So really good job there. Now here's the choice for them: do they push and get a inhibitor, or do they go over and get Elder Dragon? So because only Shen's up, you can obviously make that choice and you can go down and get this inhibitor. If it was anyone else that had a bit of wave clear, you'd have to be coming over and getting this Elder Dragon. I would actually personally be more inclined to go get the Elder Dragon. But yeah, hey, if these guys think they can end, go for it. What are the death timers at now? Yeah, so they could probably just about end actually. So just keep pushing and end up, and that'd be a really good play. Especially as they're so tanky. So you can see here with this Mundo and even the Mordekaiser, who's the AP, is supposed to be the AP carry. It's 8-1-14. They can very easily tank these turrets for ages. So good play there as well. So good picks. And lots of pings coming out on this inhibitor. But maybe even, so the Mordekaiser is just getting out, getting some regen now. Doing the right thing. So if that Mundo just keeps walking, does he have ult? No, he doesn't have ult. He's very close to ultimate, and he's going to make it out really easy. As soon as he gets that ult, it's super simple to get out. And easy. So now he's going to get out really easy. So yeah, not a bad play there by the Darius, but I probably wouldn't have wasted TP for that. although they are probably going to get a inhibitor out of it. But yeah, Mundo gets out there, which is really good. That's what I'm saying. The regen from that last patch that Mundo has is just crazy. So really good job by him. But now they're still going to get this inhibitor for free, which is fair enough. Because there's not much they could do about it. But by pushing for that inhibitor and then going for these turrets, it's definitely worth it. But it still might have been an even safer play to go for the dragon. But it's a little bit iffy because it depends what you think you can do. If they had an 80 carry, I would say no doubt go for the inhib and then go for the end of the game. But because you don't, so it's a meta that's really confusing at the moment. That's where you get a little bit unsure and you think, oh, should I be going for that dragon or should I be going to end? You just don't know. So good rotation here for these guys, getting that turret. They could even stay because they've actually all just bought and then pushed straight up. They could actually be clearing this out and moving up for this turret and then waiting for this one to push. If Marryatville play this slowly, they'll have an easy win, especially because they've also got Baron minions. So it's going to be easy. It's going to be interesting to watch. Because like I said, I haven't watched this game. So they played last night. I couldn't attend. So it's going to be really interesting to see how it goes. So as you can see though, hanging out here in the enemy jungle, not really doing anything. Vlad being nice and confident enough to then get some damage down on there with his ultimate. Easy pickup on the Akali, who's super squishy. Another good pickup on the Vayne. So now you've got your ADC as a ghost. And now just absolutely dogpiling this respawning Darius. So that's really well played there. So, and I'm gonna say that was definitely the Vladimir. He made a really good call there. And that's basically how they won the game there. So I don't know why Shen went back. So there's a massive mistake by him. But still, seriously, that was a really good engage by that Vladimir. So that was really well played. I think he's the captain of this team, so it's really good. But if they, like I said, if they played that slow, so you've got your super minions here. If they were all hanging out over here instead of going for a pick in their jungle, because I mean, I'd say Vayne's starting to go. She's still 5'10" though, so she's a bit behind. Her build is absolutely horrible. But hey, not too bad. But there we go. So we've got Rengars College having the win there. But like I said, that was really interesting in terms of if you think about your macro play in terms of there's two things they could have been doing. They've got lots of pressure here with their minions. So you can see they're just starting to break through the base now. You've had your team fight over here. You can see they're still dead over there, not respawned yet. Could be over here playing it slowly, letting your super minions move in there. And then they lose their fed Mordekaiser. The 10-1-17 Mordekaiser has to go over here, clear out these minions. And then you can have a 4v5 under the turret. Or they have to send someone else over there as well. Or, while they're over here, I mean, I think a Yi, he's got 10-8-8, but he's full build. He could be taking that dragon. He could be getting that win. So that's really interesting. So just because Marryatville were a little bit overly keen, weren't patient, they lost that game. And that's really interesting to watch because the Rengars College team, they didn't have a traditional team comp. If they had to wait another 5 minutes or whatever, some way for this Vayne to catch up and maybe get a little bit more crit into her build or something, they'd be doing a lot better. So, and that's the only thing I'm saying is also because she had nothing to really shred these guys too much. I mean, she's got Bork, but yeah, just struggling a little bit there with her build. She wasn't exactly getting the damage out that she could have been. So that's something we need to be thinking about. Really nice macro play from both sides, but not fantastic. So we do need to think about that a little bit, and hopefully this helps you guys out, and we get a really good win next week when the actual tournament starts and we're in the playoffs in the Premier League. So thank you very much for watching.